What's going on, guys? I was gonna say welcome back, but I think this is an official welcome to the channel. The channel has been parked for, safe to say years at this point. And, we got through seasons and phases where, we tried this YouTube thing. And for some reason, life happens, Fast forward, 2 additional kids and a new house. So we want to catch you guys up on a lot of things in our lives. We lost some loved ones, and it just took us through a whirlwind of phases, right? But with everything happening in Jamaica right now, and with Hurricane Melissa, being overseas, sometimes we feel helpless and not much we can do. We are doing our part to, support and send back help. But outside of that, I wanted to probably do something different and come with a cooking video, all right? Everybody love them belly, safe to say, right? So today we're going in the kitchen and I'm gonna be preparing one of my favorite dishes. There's a lot of ingredients here. Some of these were just in my pantry and then I just took them out and I'm gonna make some magic. So on the menu today, we're gonna make coconut dumpling with some grown provisions. We got green banana. Show you the green banana. We got some green banana. And we have some white yam. Okay? Check it. Yeah, green banana, them kind of look a bit, I get turn, but we're going to make it work. Now, this is not an original recipe. This is done in different ways, but this is going to be the Chris way from the top rankings, all right? So actually big up my brethren Colors from Colors Smith TV for the reminder and the inspiration, because he's a YouTuber doing his thing. And I want to show the world how I do coconut dumpling, or how I make coconut dumpling, okay? So anyways, we're going to get things going. And we're going to be pairing the coconut dumpling with some saltfish rundown style. Some people call it rundown. It's more like a cook-up saltfish, because when you do rundown, you add your coconut milk in it. And that's how you get the rundown vibes. But I'm going to be doing more like a cook-up saltfish thing, okay? So anyways, keep in mind again, guys, I'm not in Jamaica, so I don't have some of the, raw ingredients them. We're going to make it work. We, like I said, live overseas. So some things we're going to make do with. For example, I know you see the canned coconut milk. That's because I could only find one dry coconut, and we're going to stretch it, but it's not going to stretch to where I like it, okay? So we're going to just complement it. We're going to probably get some bashing on this, but I just saw it go. When you're there firing, I just saw it things go, okay? So anyways, let's go into the kitchen right now. And first things first we're going to do is we're going to put on the saltfish and make that go and boil. Okay. Yeah, we don't get our saltfish over here like we normally would in Jamaica. But these are, they get the job done. Yeah, they get the job done. Nothing to write home about. Okay, we're going in with three packs. Okay, there we go. Now, do not be fooled by some of these packaged codfish. They still have some salt to them. So you want to do what you would normally do in Jamaica is boil off your saltfish, okay? All right, so as you know, we in the kitchen, so have to make sure so you hand them clean. Yeah, I understand. Okay. Just washing up the honey now. All right. Quick little rinse. Okay. Now, when you're boiling the saltfish, you know, it's going to boil off the salt so your dish doesn't come out too salty. So what I just did was just do a quick rinse. Doesn't hurt to rinse the saltfish and then boil it. You know, we like to, you know, make sure say we thing come out specifically how we want it. You see me? All right, so catch up some water right now. And meanwhile, we prep the rest of the ingredients. Just gonna make the saltfish go and boil. Actually, I'm gonna use this side of the stove. This side of the stove here, so boil quick. So I'm gonna use that side. Let's make the heat go and turn up. All right. So while that is doing its thing, like I said, this coconut dumpling, you know, it's gonna be, I'm gonna make this my way. So this is gonna be the first thing that we're gonna prep is our pumpkin. Okay, look at that, my people. You know, pumpkin not hot at all, but that go get the job done. All right. You know, when they are fine, see them something here? We have them enough up here. So while I'm cooking, I'm using this as a trash bag. Is it? All right, so quick and fast. So showing where the twist now come in. So guys, if you don't know how to peel pumpkin, I'll show you guys quick and easy. You know, you just slice it into almost like strips, and this makes the peeling process easier. Okay. This coconut dumpling now go normal, people. Can't tell you that from now. So when this done, whew, I'm gonna wish another day. Let's do things quick and fast, you understand? Because you know dinner time now. And while this is a unique dish where take some preparation, we still not have one night, so you know what I mean, we just do things quick and fast. Alright, and then one more. So peeps, while I'm preparing this dish, you know, like I said, we've been MIA from YouTube. Really and truly, I don't even know if, to be honest with you, I haven't even taken a look at the channel in a while to see like what the latest video was, or even how long ago it was. That shows you where YouTube was. YouTube was honestly on the back burner, but still very much a dream and something that, you know, we are passionate about. And for some reason, you know what I mean, like we keep making the excuse from, you know, not having the proper equipment, not the right camera, then we need light. There's so much. When there's people out there, them use them phone. Yeah, there's people out there use them phone. So that shows that the equipment is not the issue. You know what I mean? It's really the motivation, the consistency, and I think somewhat you have to have some form of entertainment value or educational value, which, like I said right now, you know, at night time, I don't have any jokes prepared, so I don't know how entertaining I'm gonna be tonight, but hopefully I score some points on the educational part. You understand? So stay tuned, peeps. Like I said, the coconut dumpling, yeah? Wait, man. You see when this touch the world, you see when this touch the internet, I have to go copyright this or something, but you know, because I'm a loving guy, I can share the recipe with the world. This recipe is 100% authentic and only done this way. So I don't really know how much pumpkin this is, Mr. Go. You know, a lot of how Jamaicans cook is eyeballing the ingredients. So I think this is probably all the pumpkin I need. And check this, my peeps. So this is actually gonna go in the dumpling in a puree style, okay? So this is where a bit of the uniqueness is coming from. Now we're not gonna put this only into the water, because yes, we're gonna put some in the dumpling pot as well, but we're gonna use some of the pumpkin to go into the dumpling in a puree style. So follow along, guys. So I got a pot right here. And what we're gonna do is just lightly boil the pumpkin. We're going to we're going to lightly boil the pumpkin, and then we're going to blend it, puree it, and we're going to use that liquid to knead the dumpling. Okay, so stay tuned. All right, peeps. So we're going to boil the saltfish 2 times. This is the first boil. For those of you that maybe haven't boiled saltfish before, it's easy to overboil, and the juice and the liquid from the pot is something we're kind of tricky to clean up off of your stove. So keep that in mind. So this is the first boil. Just gonna throw it off. All right. So this is how it looks from the first boil, and we're gonna boil it one more time. Nothing too fancy, pretty straightforward process, guys. Nothing too difficult to do. But as you can see, the saltfish shrinks. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You see on the stove right there? That's because I let a little bit boil over, and it kind of, you know, stay in the stove. So you know why, if you're gonna have some cleaning later on the stove. But second boil now on the saltfish, and then we're boiling the first batch of pumpkin. All right, so we got a few more minutes on that. Let's prep everything else. Next thing we're gonna prep now is the dumpling. But before we get to the dumpling, we're gonna deal with the coconut while we have a few minutes. So whenever possible, make sure so you use fresh coconut. Like I said, I live overseas, so I'm limited to the amount of coconuts. I mean, all 6 of them, man, if we did there at Jamaica. All right, so this is how we rise up to deal with the coconut, you understand? You just keep rotating and keep pounding. All right. The name of this game is patience. Not rushing anything. There we go. Here the sound starts sounding different. Woo! Now my face. I mean, you guys let me know if you have a different technique. This is the technique I use. Sometimes I get lucky where I can take off the whole shell without even breaking the coconut. So, alright, so you get the idea, right? So, this is why patience is the game. You see that? For those of you that know about coconut, this is half of my work done already out of the way. Me just take off the whole top piece, and that's all coconut right there. Okay? Alright, so we're going to take off the bottom layer now, but before we do so, we're just going to just juice out the coconut. Okay? See that? See that, peeps? Look at that. Coconut water in our pumpkin now. And now, so I just in process, keep pounding, keep rotating. This is just a regular tenderizer, guys, so nothing too, we don't have no fancy equipment, I just normal household things. If you ask my brother-in-law Mark, that's something different. You say, what? Man have tenderizer. What would you like, darling? Okay. All right, peeps. So there we have our coconut meat. Not the most perfect job, but timed against we, so that's a quick and fast thing we are dealing with. You understand? What I'm doing is just cutting off some of the harder ox. Yeah, but there we have our coconut. If we hold it like this, you see me? Yeah, man. So me learn how to cut coconut, and when I look at youth, the goal was to be competitive. To see who can take out the most perfect coconut. You understand? Alright, so clean up a little bit now. Alright, peeps, so this is the second boil we have to show off. So now the salt, the amount of salt now is reduced to about where we would like it. So now what we're going to do now is do the final boil. Okay? This is now where we're going to get the texture to where we like it. So a lot of people boil saltfish different amount of times. It varies based on the thickness of the saltfish and also, of course, how much salt is in it. Okay? But good rule of thumb is boil it off 2 times and then you just boil it down to the texture where you like it. All right. So now we're on the final boil. All right, next thing we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to blend our coconut. Just going to put that in whole like that. Actually, no, we're gonna break it up. All right, so you just break it up because it's gonna be blended. So right now, no matter. Oops. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, that coconut water that we had, we're gonna pour it in there. That's the coconut water, and what we are gonna do is, because I had one of these laying around in the house, yeah. Now you can use regular water, of course, but like I said, I did tell you, we have a little twist of the coconut dumpling, okay? All right, so here's our coconut, and now we're gonna blend it. We gotta plug it in first, though. Blender, forget plug in first. All right. Blend there now, go on with nothing. So I'm just go break it up in a bit more smaller piece. All right, so if your blender isn't as strong as mine clearly isn't, just break up your coconut in smaller pieces. I think a new blender is in my future, guys, because I'm going with that thing. Or yourself, I have something else sweet. So go on. Still got some chunks in there. I'm gonna deal with them. All right, peeps. So blender now going with that thing. I forgot to put a blender up on my Christmas list. So this is what it looks like. And we're just gonna pour that off in the strainer. Okay. And what we're doing is we're actually straining off the coconut milk. Can you see that? That is the fresh coconut milk. Let that go and strain off. What we're gonna do is just strain, kind of force the strainer a little bit. All right. And then what we're gonna do, this is the first batch of the ox. We're gonna take 2 spoons of that, guys. We're gonna put it in a separate container. Actually, a spoon is big, so we're gonna do a spoon and a half. Okay, that there over there. So we'll circle back to that, and don't worry yourself. All right, so guys, if we did the Jamaica and we have about 4 coconut or so, we would get the job done with just that. Because like I said, we don't have enough dry natural coconut, we're going to substitute, okay? Because we really want the coconut flavor if we have a certain vibes. And of course too, we are going to represent for the people them way probably are going to cost me if reblend this again, okay? Because we Jamaicans don't make nothing go to waste. So like I said, normally we would reblend this again and get a second dose of the coconut juice, but one is enough for right now, okay? And guys, check it. This is the fresh coconut milk. See that? Fresh, natural coconut milk. Boom. All right. We just prep ingredients them for right now, so that I got stay right there for right now. Okay, guys. Now the next thing we're going to do, check on with saltfish. All right. Now it's time for the pumpkin. So in the blender that we blend the coconut in, we're going to put in the boiled pumpkin. Okay. Don't worry yourself, it's gonna make sense soon. Now, this is the boiled pumpkin. If you did have more time, guys, you would let this cool. But right now, we don't really have enough time. We want to eat quick. Going to just scoop out the pumpkin and just bounce it in the blender. You want to get all of your pumpkin. Okay. So ideal temperature is, guys, we want this to be kind of just warm or just room temperature. But I think mine today is going to be on the hot side because I'm impatient right now. And we just try to scoop up everything. You see me? Alright, boom. Now the pumpkin water, guys, we're not dash away. We just keep everything. That go, the pot there gonna make sense. Don't worry yourself. See? But come on now. You just want to use, just add some water to your pumpkin. Okay. And now this is going to be what's going to knead the dumpling. Alright. So you just want to add just as much liquid as possible. And like I said, we didn't even rinse out the coconut, guys, because all of the coconut are going to get infused in the dumpling. Okay? Boom. Guys, so in a bowl, like I said, we have a couple scoops of the grated or blended coconut. Then we're going to come in with the flour for the dumpling. This is going to be the main ingredient in making a dumpling. And I think most of you watching this already know that. You understand? So we just have a healthy amount of flour. And then, guess what I'm going now? Another twist. We're going to add some coconut flour inside of this. Okay. Now, guys, if you don't have this ingredient, that is fine. You're good with just what you have here. I just had this in my pantry. So I'm going to go in with just a little bit of that coconut flour. Alright, that is enough. Guys, remember me tell you, the coconut dumpling, no, I got normal. Remember me tell you that. Alright, so what we're going to do is just mix in the flour, the coconut. Go in with some salt. No, you don't want to go too crazy with the salt, but just the right amount to give it taste. Okay? And what we're doing now is just blending, mixing. If you have a whisk, you can just whisk it. Okay? You just want to make sure so everything gets, you know, mixed up properly. So flour, coconut flour, salt. If you want to be bold, you can add a tips of sugar. Now that is gonna add some controversy, right? You know, put sugar in a boiled dumpling traditionally, but sugar actually balances out the ingredients. You don't want a whole heap, just a little bit. But today we're not gonna do that though. Guys, when you knead dumpling, make sure so your hand clean. No want no dirty hand dumpling, you see me? Yeah. Make sure so your hand nice and clean, guys. What pretty? My hand them pretty. My wife I admire my hand, guys. Alright, so boom. Now this is now where the magic happens now, guys. We got the pumpkin puree and we're gonna use this to knead the dumpling. So we might just fast forward through this part, but I might just capture the highlights them in case some people not familiar with how to knead dumpling. You just want to pour slowly, guys, and just weave in your flour, you see me? Alright, guys, so dumpling coming, the dough is coming together. Alright, you don't want the dough to be too sticky, and you also don't want it to be too flaky. You understand? So there is a certain texture that you're trying to achieve. Right now we just need a little chips more so. So that, guys, one go. You see me? We don't need to use more dumpling to catch those. You see me? Our pocket we use and catch dough. You see me, guys? This is the texture you're looking for. Watch it. Dumpling that roll. You see me? That's how me teach me, you know. Alright, guys, we don't play with food or so, but this is the texture and the consistency you're looking for. You see me? One go. One go. Alright? Alright, cool. So we're gonna make this rest for about 10 minutes max if you have time. If you don't have time, that's totally fine. But we're gonna make that rest right there, so. Alright. Alright, guys, so the water, the little bit of water we have left over from boiling the pumpkin, we're just keeping it in the pot. And then we're going to go in with our all natural coconut milk. Okay, so boom, take a look. Alright, and then we had a little bit of leftover pumpkin puree that is going in there as well. Okay, all right. All right, guys, so this is the part now where this is just how I do it, isn't it? Because the coconut milk, this is coconut milk and a winilato, so you know, as rich as how I want it. So we're gonna go in with a little bit more. We're gonna go in with a can of coconut milk. You understand? I understand. It's a can of coconut milk. You see me? Like I said, guys, these steps are optional. You don't have to do these parts. But I want my coconut milk for rich out. You understand? Alright, so I went in with 2 cans of coconut milk. We're going to let that come to a boil. We just want to see some foam around the coconut milk. Okay. Alright, guys, so the coconut milk is just going to come to a short boil. And then what we want to do is we want to season the pot. Okay. So right now we're going to go in, we're going to put in some natural seasonings into this pot. You understand? So the usual natural seasons are garlic, onion, scallion, and you have to have thyme. If you don't have time, make time. That is it, make time. Hey, that might be the lingo enough for the channel. What do you think? If you don't have time, make time. Alright. About three peck of garlic. We're gonna need some of the garlic for the saltfish as well. Okay. Alright, guys, we need to know I'm pretty up business right now, you understand? Because I have a family waiting to eat. I have a hungry family right now, guys. So we need to know I'm pretty business. It's gonna go in our belly. Belly eater going now. Garlic. Okay. Onion. Onion, scallion, or some people say green onion, and some sweet pepper. All right, so for the bell pepper, guys, so we got some bell pepper as well. You don't have to cut up these too small, so I can do some big chops. That is good. Okay. And then if you don't have time, make time. All right, so all of that now, guys, going into our coconut milk. Alright, so you can see we're getting some foam around the edges. That is what we want to see. Alright. Just give your milk a little stir. That is what you want to see. Oops. Alright. Little stir. And we got a couple more ingredients I got in there. 1 green pepper. Now, you know, season and flavor your pot how you like it. We like hot food, spicy food. But we also have young children. Well, one that's going to be eating it. So we don't want to flavor it how we like it. But also, we have to introduce, we pick them to, you know, flavorful food. So we're going to go in with a green pepper. And these aren't as hot, guys. You see the red one there? The red one, they probably have all the heat. So what we're doing is actually just gonna shave off the pepper portion. And we're not gonna put no seed in it. You understand? Because this is only gonna go into the liquid. This is actually not hot. This is just all flavor. Okay? And then, so we're going in with just a couple pimento berries as well. And guys, you just want to lightly add your powder seasonings. When I don't have everything that I would have used. I don't have my Maggi all-purpose, but we're gonna make do. So we're just going with some complete seasoning. Okay. And then a little bit of slap your mama if you have. Slap your mama if you're bright. If you're brave enough. Some garlic. And some onion. Okay. Alright, that is what we're gonna go in for now. And just go back to a nice stir. Okay. So that is coming together just nice. Just nice. The dumpling is just about ready to go in. But we just are going to prep the banana. Probably going to use all of this. Okay. Now when you peel banana, you just add a little bit of oil to the thing. So I'm going to prep this up, guys, to peel. Quick and easy. There you do. You just top and bottom off and you just do a little slit 2 times. That is it. So little slit like that. Alright, we're gonna actually put it in the dumpling now. But let's try to get as much of the prep work out of the way. So them have food here, people. Them have food here, food for the soul, you know, man. Yo, trust me when I tell you, say, the coconut dumpling recipe here, along with everything else, oh gosh, man. Yeah, man, always, you know, go in with a quick wash on, man, you understand? Oh gosh, man, especially because I go touch the dumpling again. So, quick wash and dry. Dumpling time now. Drop in. Alright, now my peeps, now, this is the final texture. Final texture of the dumpling. Alright. So now, alright, so you make your dumpling how you want to make your dumpling, you see me? So show you how. So just how me deal with the thing, is it? That is it. Alright, that is it. Yeah, man, first dumpling in, you see me? Oh gosh, peeps, I tell you, man, if only I coulda make you smell the kitchen right now. No normal about the coconut dumpling, peeps. Yeah, man. You just pinch off, make some dough, and drop them in. Me used to say, yeah, deposit the dough. You see me? That way I do. So you go so bam, roll it, press it in. You see me? And you just deposit your dough. Now, to be honest with you peeps, my father, them the man they are king of dumpling. Them man they can make some dumpling, man, I tell you. You think a compass them man they use and farm out them dumpling, man. Perfect circle. So here we go on. Let's go cut and come back. When time I down to the last dumpling, you understand? But it's a pretty repetitive process. Just gonna give our dumpling a stir. Smell that? You smell that? Yeah, man, nice little stir right now. Okay, that is what we need. Now we're gonna put our pot back on medium. Alright, so we're gonna go in with the banana first. Remember we had already cut off the ends and the tip. And now we're just gonna, now we slice it, give it 2 slices. So makes it a bit easier to just peel off sometimes. This whole process, guys, can be a bit tedious, but I am a firm believer that good food take time. And if you don't have time, make time. All right. Like that, guys. We're gonna stick with that for now. See how well it sticks. If you don't have time, take time. If you move too fast, take time. See me? If you don't have time, make time. You move too fast, take time. Yeah, man, just, you know. Yeah, man. So we are going straight in right now in the pot. This is our banana right now, guys. I'm gonna drop it straight in. Alright, so going in. Going in. Going in. Alright. Banana is in there now. Let that go and do its thing. Turn down my stove a little bit. So there's no really special way. Everybody different. You know, me, I like start with one end off. And then we start peel from there. You understand? This is gonna be the last thing going in the pot. Well, no, I have more things going in there. Last thing for now. Yeah, man, so there's a groove down here, so you know, see what there. I have a whole heap of this I cut out. That with foreign people, you know. When I get feel with good yarn them we come from Trelawney and name place there, you understand? My yarn, yeah. By the time I don't cut out the part them were bad, I don't left with nothing. But I saw I go peeps. It's a try show and say, yo, even if you're overseas, America, UK, Canada, wherever, you can still cook yourself a nice Jamaican meal. You understand? So just peeling away, guys, the white yam, and just, you know, trim it up. You know, there's a lot of pieces or parts of it where you're probably not like. You understand? Yeah. All right, that's one piece. It's one piece. Yeah, and I couldn't get my hands on any yellow yam, guys, because that would be a perfect addition to this right now. Piece of yellow yam, piece of cocoa. You understand? Oh gosh, man. Oh, that's nice. But as me say, we just make deal with what we have. Okay? Okay, my beautiful people. So time for chop in with yam. And honestly, you cut your yam how you like it. Some people like a big piece of yam. Others like medium size, you know. But just like, yeah, it all depends on the dish, I think. If a soup, that different. Yeah. When a food business, like what we are doing now, that different. And then guys, I got drop in some pumpkin. Okay. Alright, so we'll put a bubble in now. Exactly what we like to see. Exactly what we like to see, guys. If we don't could smell this right now, you see, oh gosh, can I tell you about it? Can I tell you about it, guys? Yeah, man, nothing on waste, nothing on dash. Right. Alright, guys. We just want everything get a little bit of the water, you understand? Go on like you know, go on there. Alright, so now make that go and do it thing. Saltfish time. Guys, all the skin from the banana, the yam, and also the pumpkin. Now this can be, if you do composting, you can put this back in your garden. We are slack off in them the department there. We don't have no garden. But all of them, yeah, are things we can just go back to the earth. Alright guys. So this is the saltfish. We're going to basically pour this off. And now we're going to pick this saltfish. And we're going to pick this and get it prepared to be sauteed. So ideally you want to let your saltfish cool so you can handle it with your hands. We don't have much time on our hands, so we're going to try just run some water on it. And basically just try to do a flash cool. And you also have to be careful so can't dash your saltfish, you understand? Don't want that. Alright, so when we say pick saltfish, what you're doing is basically just shredding it. Okay, some people like it on the finer side. No, we're not on no fork. Hey, yard man. We are yard man. Yeah, guys. So this saltfish actually have some bone in it. So this is a good time to pick out some bone. But again, another part of the process that can be tedious, but as I say, good food take time. If you don't have time, make time. Okay. If you move too fast, take time. Yeah, man. Yeah, people, you know, most times we go so fast in our lives and always go from work to family, kids, always on the go. Sometimes we forget to slow down and give thanks, you understand? At the time of filming this video, Jamaica is going through one of the worst devastations ever. Just got hit with a category 5 hurricane, Hurricane Melissa. And it left a lot of people homeless. So my heart goes out to everybody that have been affected, or if you know somebody that's been affected. But we're doing what we can to help. We're doing what we can to help as much and as many people as we can. Just got a couple more pieces. And then now, guys, we're going to prep the seasonings to go and get sauteed. Okay? So we're going to prep the green seasonings, all the natural seasonings, as we say, to go into the saltfish. Okay? Now, this is just, again, how I do it. A lot of people will go heavier or lighter on some of the seasonings. Whenever I'm doing cooked up saltfish, I like a lot of onions and tomatoes, okay? When it gets served on a plate, the saltfish is, you know, it's so small that I feel like all of this gives it body, okay? Because we're not put nothing more with it other than just this. So like I said, you can go more or less with the seasonings with how you like it. So I use about one whole onion or 1.5, depending on the size. Okay. Okay. And then you don't have to mince the onions too small. Okay, let's cut up your garlic. All of this is gonna get sauteed in the pot. And you know, onion is something where, you know, some people are funny with onion, so them, you know, not really like onion, but this is how I look at it. You know, if your onion season and taste proper, then we either eat it, or at the very least, then we put it to the side on them plate. But don't use less onion in the food. You understand? The onion is what's going to give seasoning in the whole pot. If you have somebody specific that, you know, everybody taste buds different, you know, make them put it to the side themselves. And then I cuss them about it. Alright. Alright, so this is going to be the first thing going in, onion and garlic. Get some oil in the pot. So the same pot that we used to boil the saltfish, we're going in now with some oil. Guys, come take a look at the dumpling pot, the coconut dumpling pot. Just gonna get some steam. Look at that, my peeps. Coming together just nice. Coming together just nice. Now, what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm trying to prevent any of the dumplings from sticking in the bottom by just scooping it up like that, okay? Now you don't have to try to be too aggressive to break up the bananas, but just the right amount to just lift it from the bottom, okay? What we want to try to achieve is we want the coconut milk to boil down and boil into all of the food. Okay? And that's how you know when the pot so done. So make that go and do its thing. By the time the saltfish done cook up, that should be ready by then. Have some oil heating up. And we're gonna just add in all right, that's it. All right, so I'm gonna go in with about half a green pepper, half red pepper, and we're gonna add a yellow pepper as well, half a yellow pepper. Now this is to give flavor, but also, you know, we like with food to pretty. Before you even know how the food tastes, it have to look like it tastes good. You understand? All right, so just stay tuned right now. We just trim up with bell pepper. I go give my rinse, you know, and then get him dicing. Yeah, man, that is it. Now time to get him diced up. Okay. All right, everything going in at the same time. Now again, this is no personal preference how you like your bell peppers, whether minced, small. If it was up to me, I would go in with just these strips. But you know, we have young kids and we're cooking for multiple people. So at the very least, one big cut. Yeah, like something like that. Okay? Now, when it comes to like seasonings like bell peppers and stuff like these, when I just wanted to flavor the pot, like a healthy eating way I promote. You understand? So these are things that are very, very good for your body. And you know, we call them a whole foods, you know, once it come naturally, yeah, you know it's good for you. So that is what we are dealing with right now. So I just thinly slice them, and you know, that makes it quick and easy to saute, and also it's digestible, like it's easy to eat when it's cut like that. Now them here kind of on the longer side, so we'll give them about 2 cut. And that is that. Now bell pepper ready to go in. Bell pepper time now. Okay. Fry up with bell pepper. Okay. So guys, if you can only smell this, oh my word, man, smells so good. With peppers and onions and garlic, well sauteed up, and I add a little piece of pepper. Like I said, we have young children, so we don't want it too spicy. That's it for the pepper what we have. That now ain't gonna hurt nobody. You understand? Now we're gonna go in with the saltfish. Here we go. I'm gonna give it a nice stir like that. So that, guys, so you can see all the color through the saltfish. Yeah, man, that is what we want. And then we're gonna go in now with the rest of the veggies. All right, guys, so guys, this is the part of the vlog now where my princess woke up. You okay, baby? Okay. Alright, so we're up on the last lap now, guys. Dumpling them basically finish. So I make the coconut milk go and dry up. And then we're going to just go in with the final few ingredients into the saltfish. After we add these, we're going to add powdered seasonings to it as well. Alright, so I think we're going to go in with about two tomatoes. Could probably use 3, but we're going to go in with 2 first and see how we're looking in there, along with green onions. Okay. See how we're looking with 2 tomatoes, guys. Definitely could use 1 more. Alright guys, so we got about 3 tomatoes in there, and we just want to start seasoning it now so that the seasoning can actually cook off. You know, you don't want to be stirring the saltfish too often, okay? You don't want it too mash out, okay? So we're just gonna season early basically. And you know, you always want either seasoning when everything in the pot, because you want everything seasoning, right? So went in with the sloppy mama again, guys. You know, I eyeball my seasoning, but use your seasoning how you want it. I'm limited on the seasonings that I have, so I'm making do with my sloppy mama, a little bit of Old Bay, because I know it's a fish where I deal with. Yes, my lovey, what would you like, sweetheart? Alright, same old onion, garlic, and then we go in with your complete. Just a tad bit of your complete tonight. Okay? What we're looking for now is we want this to cook down some more. So this is where now you can add a tad bit of oil along with some water, and you just let that cook just a little bit more and spring some gravy between the water, the oil. You don't want too much, but also the juice from the natural seasonings, that's gonna spring some juice. So right now, I tried a little bit of cleaning up, because yeah, we're down to the wire now. Okay, we're gonna check on our dumpling now, our coconut dumpling, see how we're looking. Wow, that is ready. Okay guys, you can tell as long as the pumpkin is done and the yam, your dumpling and your banana are ready. Okay, so we're gonna turn off the stove here right now. All right guys, so we got we got a little bit more light in here now because it's getting dark. It's dinner time. You know my family are ready for eat, so we need to pan on Lele. So come on over, take a look at the food pot, guys. This is what we are working with so far. So it is time to plate. My family are ready for eat, people, so I don't really have no time for Lele right now. So quick and fast thing we are deal with. Okay, dumpling, banana, pumpkin, and one nice yam. Wifey plate where I make people, because she go do the test run, do the test. She gotta take the first bite. Okay. And you just want to add a little bit of, you juice him up, you know. So, so it's a wifey plate. Now, this is the last secret weapon now we're gonna go in. We can't put this in the pot. You know, we like with food spicy, but we kids them not like it yet. So, but by the way, look on the pepper here, babe. Red, green, and gold, you know, peeps. Well, you know about the Jamaica color. It's a Rasta pepper, this, you know? Well, you know, but it sounds like I said, hey, careful about the B word there, you know? Red, green, and gold. Well, if you now come from behind the camera and come take a bite. And my kids them there so do them thing. Oh gosh, them ready for eat. These are the best coconut dumpling now, peeps. Hold on there.
Wow. Babe, first of all, just the richness of this and the color. So good. So first thing I say we have to dab the pepper. Get it everywhere. Alright, what we're going for first now, piece of yam or a piece of the pumpkin. And one piece of the, yes, babe. Yes, Renesmee. Alright, ready? Mm-hmm.
It's good?
Oh wow. Yes, the flavor, babe, the right, like the perfect amount of coconut milk and just...
Look at this one here. You want some, sir? Alright, guys. Man, I tried to put this video together, but you know, the kids right now are ready to eat, as you can hear in the background. So life is calling. But anyways, I'm gonna do a quick little taste test of my own meal, and then you know, we're going to eat as a family. But guys, this is my version of coconut dumpling with saltfish. A joke thing this. No, stop. My word. Guys, actually, let me show you what I'm going for the dumpling here. Take a look at this, guys. Okay? Take a look at this dumpling. See that? The dumpling here? No, normal. Chris Caution, top rankings, coconut dumpling with a twist, with a pumpkin twist. You understand? Speaking of pumpkin, I gotta take a bite of the pumpkin. Wow. Guys, and then the gravy, now the plate. I'm sure I go on for the banana. Alright. Don't try this at home. This is how we eat pepper. You understand? Hot pepper. Yeah, man, ready?
It is yummy.
Alright. So I'll go on for yam now. Wow. The yam have a buzz, man. And then piece of pear if you go with it. Oh my gosh. This meal is no joke, my people. I'm telling you right now. The meal is no joke. But anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If it's your first time around here, like the video, please, if you like what you saw today. And if you wouldn't mind, drop a subscribe so we can, you know, grow the community. But in the meantime, I'm going to get back to eating right now, okay? Do not try that at home.